Hey, big spenders, of which there is a new one among you. Hello. Thank you, Joe. Um, this is my usual, just about every Tuesday. I just get on here and talk a little about travel and about what's up. Um, it's kind of a stream of conscious free for all done in pajamas and today with my coffee because it's necessary. I am so excited. I leave on Friday in the wee hours of the morning to finally take this Monterey trip um, that I planned to take in August and kind of kerfluffled it up because I was still acclimating to a different income stream since getting laid off. Um, on all systems are go mostly. Um, I have an ear infection. Yeah. Before I went to LA in September, I had a sinus infection, which was unusual. Um, because usually when my body knows that I'm going to be on a plane, it likes to react by getting ear infections. Like I'm a preschooler. So great. So great. It's always in my right ear. And it's, of course, because everything is interconnected, uh, including the human body. Uh, my ENT thinks these frequent ear infections, because I swear to God, it is like almost every time I have a flight coming, my ear goes, mm-mm-mm. It's related to the vestibular migraines that I get that are also at the base of that ear, the same ear. So it all goes kind of hand in hand. So I can't hear anything right now because I just put in 10 antibiotic ear drops. 10 drops. My ears aren't that big. Uh, so yeah, it's super fun. But the good part is I caught it early and got super lucky. I have a new general practitioner and I called yesterday to tell them, "Hey, I think I have an ear infection." And they said, "She can see you this afternoon." Like, whoa, that's like an old fashioned thing. Yeah, let's do that. So, um, actually got it taken care of before it started causing headaches, which it causes miserable migraine headaches. Um, if left unattended for too long. So, anyway, my hope is that I will have this ear infection cleared up by the time I get on a plane on Friday. It would also be nice if the burn on my ass would be totally healed by then. As you know, if you watched last week, gave myself a nice blister on the ass from sitting on a heating pad for too long. It's healing well. We'll see if it's in the way when I go tomorrow for my consultation to see if I can get the cortisone shots in my glutes that I also am due for. I am falling apart. Oh my God. I've been 53 for less than 2 weeks and I am falling apart. It's dire over here. Um, but yeah, I've got my large team of healthcare professionals piecing me back together so that hopefully my eardrum won't explode and um, all the other things that could go wrong that are mostly from my own stupid doing. Anyway, yeah, I could probably give tips on should be able to give tips on traveling with ear infections and sinus infections and such, but I don't really have any. There's just no good way around it. Yeah, I have flown with ear infections like this before, and I got nothing. It's just bad. Um, yeah, only thing I can recommend take. Um, I've been hitting the Mucinex. That can help at least tune the pressure down a little bit. So we'll see. Oh, and I'm also taking antibiotic pills that are the size of a big toe. Love this for me. Okay. It could be so much worse. Oh my God, it could be so much worse. I can't believe I'm complaining in year of our Lord 2025 because I have had excellent health care for all of this and it will be fine. Um, so yeah, Monterey. I've written at length about my plans, my quasi itinerary. I fly into Oakland uh, shortly after early afternoon on Friday. And I have a friend in Alameda, which is right there by Oakland. And we're going to get together and at least have lunch or coffee or she's an esthetician who has a shop specializing in French skincare. I might ask her, what is this thing that's going on here since I turned 53? I'm blaming everything on turning 53. Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna hop over to Santa Cruz. And my only plan in Santa Cruz is I found a really cool coffee house that's like at an old lighthouse in a state park, right? It's not just at the shore, but it's right where the best surf breaks are. So it's a great place to watch surfers. It's also the same place where recently a sea otter, um, sea otters have been stealing surfboards while the surfers are on them. So yeah, I want to see some sea otters. I want to see some sea otter bullshit is what I want to see. Um, no surfers have been harmed. Most of the interviews I saw involved a lot of laughing. I mean, see, a sea otter steals your surfboard. What else are you going to do? I hope you laugh about it because it's pretty damn funny. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out. And if worst case scenario, I get to have coffee by the ocean. I don't see how I lose in this situation. Um, and from there, I'll make it down to Salinas, where my friend Mary lives. Mary, who has been in New York City uh, for the last half of October, and who now has a stress fracture in her foot. I have assured her that I enjoy sitting around. So I'm looking forward to having some sitting around the house time with Mary. She has a beautiful deck and a hot tub. Weather's going to be fantastic. Yeah, that's my plan for the weekend. Hang out with Mary and her family, whoever hangs around, and just, that. Just catch up. I haven't seen her. Last time I saw Mary and Chuck, um, we happened to be in New York at the same time. That was my birthday trip in 2021. And they took me out to dinner on my birthday. Uh, and I stayed late enough to miss the first song of David Byrne's American Utopia, and I'm fine with that. That's how much I love Mary and Chuck. So I'm excited to see them. And then Monday, I'm planning on getting up early, which is easy to do because they're 2 hours ahead of Central Time. So I'm planning to get up early and drive down to San Luis Obispo, which it's only supposed to be, it's less than a 3 hour drive, but that doesn't take into account all of the places to stop and see things. And I've already marked Hearst Castle off the list. I don't care to see it. I've never been a big fan of like wealth tourism, and especially right now, and especially as a journalist, just there's too many issues. I'm sure it's beautiful. Uh, I'm gonna be looking out at the ocean. That's my goal. I just want to see the ocean, and I'm hoping one of my LA friends. I'm gonna find out today how their schedule's looking, and I'm hoping they can meet me in San Luis Obispo for a coffee. And we might wind up making an evening of it. I don't know. I'm keeping everything open there. Uh, And then I have to get back on Tuesday because late Tuesday afternoon I am taking my whale watching trip. And I think it's a 3 hour cruise. A 3 hour cruise. Um, yeah. One thing that I missed out on by postponing my trip was I was supposed to, if I'd gone in August, I had my whale watching cruise was a sunset cruise. And I think I just missed being able to do sunset. I think they stop those when daylight standard time starts. So it wasn't an option offered. But 3:30 to 6:30, probably going to see a little bit of sunset. And also, biggest full moon of the year is this weekend. So even though I'm planning a lot of just hanging around at the house, might find out if there's a good spot. I'm sure there is, in Monterey where I can go. Maybe go with Mary too. Hey, everybody, let's go uh, see the giant moon over the ocean. I get excited about things like that. Okay, I wasn't going to talk that much about Monterey because I've written most of it, but that's what we're looking at. Wow, I have talked for a long time already. Okay. Um, Let me get to what y'all might be tuning in for. I mentioned in one of my posts that um, 6 Days Travels, and yes, it's travels with an S. There's a whole stupid story behind that. Uh, and that when I was buying my domain name, I made a typo. So the company is 6daystravels.com is the website. There's nothing there yet. Uh, I'm going to make sure my big spenders are taken care of because I appreciate so much the financial support that you all have offered and provided since I started 6 Days on the Road. I want to pay that forward a little bit. And one way I can do that is, and this is only for paid subscribers. So if you are a founding member, you get this. If you're paying monthly, you get this. If you paid for a year up front, you get this. As long as you're a paying member, I don't care when you joined. Um, I will throw in some bonus little perks when you book travel with me. I'm not sure exactly what those will be yet because I haven't finished my training yet. And I need to learn a little bit more about um, figuring out what I can offer that won't impact the parent agency that I'm working under. So I had a moment last night when I was trying to fall asleep with this stupid inflamed ear, where one of the things that occurred to me is um, one one thing I want to offer, and this could very well be something you could say, hey, I want to use my perk for this. Um, I, especially if you're doing a road trip, or even if you're flying in someplace and trying to catch a bunch of stuff in the same area, kind of like I'm doing with Monterey, I will Google Map everything out for you, your routes, your locations, the places you want to go, the places you've requested. We'll get that all mapped out so that you won't have to be putting in addresses and through your whole trip. We can we can do that. And if you choose that as your perk, there you go. Another one might be I'll make your restaurant reservations for you. If that's something, if you're doing like a culinary tour, I'll have a full list. Once I know more about what I'm doing, because right now I am in just full crazy brainstorm mode. And, but I want to offer something to the people who are supporting, have supported, and keep supporting my writing because even though I'm excited about this next little career, uh, it's still a secondary career. It's still a side hustle because the writing comes first. And this helps me do the writing, and you've supported the writing, so you deserve a little something. So um, I'm sure once I have that all put together, I'll be on here blabbing about it at you at some point soon, hopefully. I'm planning to have operations up and running in time for Thanksgiving. So if you're thinking about gifting travel to anybody, or thinking about your holiday travels, keep me in mind. And I swear these videos are not going to turn into just advertisements. I'm just kind of winging it right now, though. What else? I should wrap this up pretty quick, but yeah, there's almost no time in between. I get home from California on Wednesday the 12th, that evening night, and then that Sunday the 16th, I leave for Chicago, and that's going to be a whole thing in and of itself. And I'm primarily going because I have a ticket to see Patti Smith perform Horses, her seminal album that is marking its 50th anniversary this year. Uh, and she's playing it in its entirety at the Chicago Theater. And so, super excited about that. And what an interesting time to hear her perform that album in Chicago. I think this is going to be an extremely pivotal, monumental moment for me. I think a lot of people are going to be very moved um, by whatever she does, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get back to Chicago. I haven't been in a year and a half, and that's like unheard of for me. Um, but yeah, I've got plans to see some friends. I have plans to. Going on Sunday because that is the monthly poetry slam at the Green Mill Cocktail Lounge, and I'm hoping to get on stage and read and yeah, I just try to be useful while I'm in Chicago. So, gonna get me a whistle. That's for damn sure. All right, I am going to go drink my coffee and call it a day. Well, not a day. It's not even 11:10 yet. This is my first thing of the day. I'm sick. I told you I'm sick. Okay. Um, yeah. Have a great week. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. If you are in California or New York or New Jersey or any of the other states that have elections, don't forget to go vote today if you haven't already. Illinois does not have an election today, so I'm good. I'm hanging out until March when we do have an election. So take care. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for your support. Love y'all. Bye.